Hi there, and welcome to Graham's Guide Friday Live. This Friday, the 12th of March. Now, I used to call this Friday Live. For one episode last week, I call it Take One. I'm not going to call it Take One anymore because it just doesn't feel right. I'm just going to keep calling it Friday Live. And this is where I provide you some guidance practical guidance that you can use immediately and don't have to think too hard about what's he actually saying, because what I'm going to be saying is very practical and very clear. Let's go across now to the unit. Now, as I said last week, for these Friday live sessions, you will need to be looking on a large screen, not your small iPhone screen, because I'll be providing guidance of our actual Canvas website. As you can see, I've got my list of um, items to keep me on track. We're going to start off with Tanya's announcements. So we're right in here. We've gone straight into the Learning Communicating Online main page. And the reason why I want to tell you about Tanya's announcements is because today Tanya has provided guidance for assignment one. So if we go into this uh, an announcement that Tanya's made, I want to draw your attention to these two videos right here. These two videos are going to be essential viewing. In some ways, I think they should be mandatory viewing, but they are essential viewing. But they're also part of a bigger picture of guidance that we provide for the assignments. So we provide Tanya's guidance here in these videos. We also provide guidance in the discussion boards and in the collaborate sessions. Speaking of collaborate sessions, that's the next item on my list. The collaborate sessions will be starting next week, next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, which is Melbourne time. So if you're ever not sure what time the sessions are going to start, just keep in mind that the sessions are always based on Melbourne time. This teaching period, they will all be at 7 p.m. So let's go into um, a discussion board, and I wonder if I can, I should have made this a little bit bigger before. There we go, it's a little bit bigger. So let's go to the discussion board, and here you can see the Collaborate forum is the third one down. If you click on there, you will find the schedule for the entire rest of the teaching period. So the first one is on Wednesday, the 17th of March at 7 p.m. That's Wednesday of week 2. Next Wednesday night, we are live answering your questions about the assignments, assignment 1 in particular, assignment 1A, and we'll also be touching on assignment 1B, which is a series of short uh, and practical tests of your knowledge of the weekly learning materials. I probably should have called this take one because I keep making mistakes. And then I'm thinking, should I do another take? No, I'm not going to do another take. It's one take this Friday live. Okay, so back to the Collaborate sessions. In this Collaborate forum, you'll see there it says live session, and this is where I'll put a direct link to the live session. So when you want to attend a Collaborate session, you can just come here to the Collaborate forum, and there'll be a direct link here where it says coming soon. I'll replace that with a direct link to our session. So you don't have to go hunting around for how to join the session. Just come here and click on that direct link. There's also a link here that takes you into the Student Hub. It's a resource on how to use Collaborate, so I think that's probably a very useful link to follow. At that link, it will also show you how to watch the recording. So the Collaborate sessions are live, but for those students who can't attend live, the recordings are generally available first thing the next morning, and you can watch it at any time at your leisure. The handy thing about watching the recording is that you can fast forward, rewind, replay the information, so you can if you're not quite sure what did they say, well, you can rewind it and play it again. So the Collaborate recordings are very handy. The only downside to the Collaborate recording is that they do go for an hour, and frankly, I find it difficult to watch recordings of things that I could have attended live. So my preference is to attend live sessions. But if you can't attend the live session, the recording is there for you. And here's a picture of my house. It's not where I am right now. That's another part of my, and it does not look as tidy as that anymore. It's a complete schmozzle. I don't even have the lights down there anymore. Let's go back to my next and last point here is the future work skills reading. So let's go into modules. I know the future work skills reading is in at module 1.3. The reason why I'm looking at this is because your task for week 2, or what you need to be thinking about in week 2, are your unit goals and your course goals. And I believe that the future work skills reading is provides excellent inspiration for potential unit goals and course goals. So to go into the essential reading, you just simply click on it and it will open in a new screen. I'll just increase the size of this. Some people have said that the future work skills reading is a bit heavy going, and that is absolutely okay. For those of you who are reading academic level texts for the first time, because Maichi knows again, for the first time, some of this academic reading will be heavy going. That's absolutely understandable. The very first academic text that I read before I enrolled at university, I couldn't get past the first paragraph without, I don't think I got past the first sentence without going to a dictionary. And dictionaries are okay for finding general words or finding general meanings for words, but in an academic text, very often the words are used in specific ways. So the dictionary the dictionary meaning of the word may not be the exact context that a word is used in academic writing. So when you're looking up a word in a dictionary that you don't understand, keep in mind that that word is being used within an academic context. So the meaning may not be exactly the same as what you're finding in the dictionary. So future work skills, if we go through the future work skills reading, and I hope this itchy nose goes away, you'll see that the future work skills reading is divided into these chapters. I'm going to try and do this quickly. How many minutes are we up to? I can't see. Anyway, just quickly, an introduction, methodology. The methodology tells you, well, the introduction tells you what's coming. The methodology tells you how they conducted their research. So the methodology isn't super important in this context. Where the important information for us is to look at these 6 drivers of change. Now, 6 drivers of change may be a term that you're not familiar with. Well, don't be too concerned because this bloody nose. These 6 drivers of change drivers of change are simply something that drives change. So don't need to think too hard about it. Climate drives change. So climate is a driver of change. Technology is a driver of change. So there are a number of different drivers of change. And in this particular document, they have come up with 6 drivers of change that are useful for them in this document. And so that's all it is. So don't be too concerned about what is a driver of change. It's a sort of a generic term, but these people have chosen 6 things that they are calling drivers of change. If we go down now I'm just going to quickly go past methodology. We don't need to know how many people they interviewed. Here are the 6 drivers of change that they're talking about. One is called extreme longevity, and it explains to you here what they're talking about. The next one is rise of smart machines. I'm going to go down to the one that I felt a connection to. Well, I actually do feel a connection to new media ecology, but that's not the one I want to talk to today. What I want to talk to today is globally connected world, and this is where I felt a real connection when I saw this globally connected world, because I've done a lot of travel. I work with a lot of people in different countries because of my area of research, which is themed environments. And themed environments are different in whatever country you go into. China has theme parks that are differently themed to American theme parks. European theme parks, again, are differently themed. My area of research, themed environments, I felt a really close connection with globally connected world. And when I read this, it says increased global interconnectivity puts diversity and adaptability at the center of organizational operations. Now, that's quite a mouthful, but there's things in there that I feel a connection to. And even in this first sentence, it says here, at its most basic level, globalization is the long-term trend toward greater exchanges and integration across geographic borders. That means a lot to me. I can relate to that. Um, and communication is something that crosses global borders. The production and sale of oil is a global industry. I know nothing about the production and sale of oil, but I do know that it's global, and I think it's run by some organization called IPEC or something. No, not IPEC. That's something else. Um, but yeah, so globalization, it covers many different things. In my area, I look at the globalization perhaps of theme parks, even though theme parks are themed geocentrically, and that means according to where they are located, they are generally themed according to their location. Um, that's a whole other story to talk about, but I don't want to get caught in that. Let's just keep on going through. Oh, look, just this is a matter of interest. Globalization. If I wasn't clear about what globalization meant, I use this website called thefreedictionary.com. I've already put in the search term globalization, and it came up here with that says it's a noun, growth to a global or worldwide scale. So now I can get an idea what globalization means by using this dictionary. It's just an online dictionary. There's many. You can just use your own Oxford dictionary if you have a hard copy dictionary to look up words that you're not familiar with. So globalization, I wasn't quite sure how they were using it within the context, so I looked up the dictionary meaning of globalization, and that helped me a little to better understand what they were talking about here. Just going through quickly to the center pages of this report, and on this center page here where it says globally connected world, it then goes on and talks about the skills that are required in a globally connected world. And two of the skills that are highlighted here are virtual collaboration and cross-cultural competency. Boom, the bells and whistles should be going off right now, because these are the two skills that might be if for me, these are skills that I would want as perhaps as my unit or course goals in a globally connected world. Virtual collaboration, that's what we're doing right now. I mean, this is one-way communication, but when we're in the discussion boards, we are virtually collaborating. And virtual collaboration, if virtual collaboration is a skill for the future, I'm on board, because I feel a good connection with it. Also, cross-cultural competency. There's more on what these skills are, but I also feel a very close affinity with cross-cultural competency as well. So I can see that might be, I could easily make either of these a course goal or a unit goal. I'd have to think about the context a bit more. But if you continue through the future work skills, you'll see that it expands on what it means by these things. Sorry, just scroll down. I'm probably making you a bit seasick. Here's cross-cultural competency, if you want to read more about that. And where's virtual collaboration? Virtual collaboration. Did I go past it? No, here it is, number 10, virtual collaboration. So you can read more about virtual collaboration here. And these are the sort of documents you might want to quote something from the future work skills here on virtual collaboration. You might want to quote the definition. You could do a short quote of this and bring that into your any of your assignments, future assignments, in assignment 2 or assignment 3 down the track. This would be really useful to be supporting your writing by citing and referencing something here in the future work skills report. Now, spent way more time on this than what I wanted to. I just want to take you into the discussions again, because I want to show you something that I posted in week 5. No, not in week 5. In week 2. If you go into the week 2, which is where we're about to go into, you'll see here I've provided a bit of an introduction to connecting goals to literature. But today I located a document that I've been thinking about. It's this document here. So the original Future Work Skills document was written in 2011. Since then, there's been an updated document, and it was written in 2016. If you click on this, this is an updated document of the same future work skills, but it here in it groups them into areas. So see, it's got people skills, and it's got these 3 skills for the future, and then it's got applied knowledge. And these 3 skills would be useful when applying knowledge. And it's also got workplace skills here, so 4 workplace skills. So I'm thinking that these would maybe really good inspiration for you for your future unit goals and course goals, in addition to the week 2 readings on learning theories. I think metacognition, learning how to learn, is a great unit goal or a course goal, and the Wegner trainer reading on collaboration. Collaboration is another really useful course goal. Collegiality and academic practice, or academic practice through collegiality, is a really excellent course goal. Look, I have gone on way more than I wanted to. Again, I hope this video is less than 20 minutes, because I really hoped I could do it in 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Friday. But between now and next Friday, I'll also see you in the discussion boards. It's been a great first week. I've read every post. I've loved reading through your discussions, and more of that will be happening this weekend. Bye for now.